In this video I will show you how to use absolute value in Excel. So let's start with the definition. An absolute value sign is a dollar sign is a way to keep a row, a column, or an entire cell that is part of a formula from not moving when dragging the formula. So here's a multiplication table. This is the same thing here, just with different numbers. Multiply the numbers on the top to the left and you get the answer where they meet in the boxes here. Let's start off with this one. We're going to do 3 times 2. So we do 3 times 2. We get 6. So, let's be lazy and just click and drag this to the right. See if it works. See if it'll multiply the 3 and the 3 and the 4 and the 4. No, it doesn't. See what's in this formula? It took the 3 times the 6, and in here it took the 4 times the 18. So as we took this formula, which is A4 times B3, 3 times 2, and moved it along to the right, so did the products being multiplied. So in this case we have to absolute value it. But what do we absolute value? It says right here. A dollar sign in front of a character indicates what character is being absolute value, or in this case, what character is not moving when dragging the formula. So here we do not want this 3 to move because we're doing 3 times 2, 3 times 3, and 3 times 4. We do not want that 3 to move. So we're going to absolute value the 3, which is in cell A4. So we don't want that 3 to move left to right or in any direction in this case. So we're going to absolute value the A. Let's absolute value the A. We get 6. And now let's click and drag to the right. It works. 3 times 3 is 9. And 4 times 3 is 12. But see what happened when we absolute value the A? The 3 did not move as we clicked and dragged the formula, but everything else did. See how this moved? The 3 moved, but the 3 here didn't. 4 times 3. 3 didn't move. So, let's move it down and see if it works. No, it doesn't. Again, as we move the formula down, so do the numbers being multiplied. See, these are being multiplied now. So in this case, what we do not want to move is this number 2 in cell B3. So since we do not want the 2 to move up or down, we're going to have to absolute value the 2. So in this case, we do not want the row 3 to move. We do not want the 3 to move. Row 3. So we're going to absolute value row 3. So as we click and drag it, it's correct. The 6 and the 3 are being multiplied. The 2 and 3, being multiplied to 6. The 2 and 2 are multiplied to 4. So you have 2 and 2. The 2 does not move here, but the numbers here are moving. 2 times 1 is 2. So now we have that. We have this formula right here with these being absolute valued. Then we can just click and drag and replace this formula that were originally in these 2 cells. And then we can go down. And now look how quickly that was. That's how quick it was to do this formula. See what's being absolute valued. I'll leave it there for a sec so you can soak it in. It is absolute value those. Drag it this way and then drag it down and you get your answers all here. And do this one also. See what's being absolute value multiplied. Let's pick random ones so you understand it. So here, just do another example for those who don't understand it as well. Maybe not a fast learner like I am. I was a very slow learner. So we're going to do the 5 plus 1, 5 plus 2, 5 plus 3, 5 plus 4. These are just more examples just to help you understand it better. So we're going to do B14, which is the 1, plus E11, which is the 5. Look what it did. It multiplied the 1 times 5, which we did, So let's be lazy again and drag the formula and hope it works. Cross our fingers. No, you failed. Look what it did. Did C14, which is the 2, times F11. See, as we move the formula to the right, so do the numbers being added together in this case. So what we do not want to move in this case is the 5 from left to right. So we want to keep this column from standing. We want to keep this column E, which has 5 in it, from standing still. So we'll put the absolute value in front of the E. Shift 4. Then we'll move it to the right. Ah, it worked. 2 times 5. 5 times 3. 5 plus. Yeah, I said plus. Remember, those were pluses. 5 plus 4. 9. So now here's one more example. We're just going up and down. Plus that one. So in this case, we do not want the row to be moving, because remember, as we click and drag down, we're going to fail. We failed. That's wrong. So the things being added together. See? So in this case, we do not want row 11 to move down, because that has the 5 in it. Row 11, E11. So we're going to absolute value 11. Control F. Oops. So as we click and drag it, it's correct. See how it didn't move at all? But if we absolute value this whole 5, let's use this example on here. If you absolute value the E11, which has the 5, we can go any direction and that 5 will never move. See how it's never moving? Never moves. It's always in the same place. But the other cell being added moves. And that's how I use absolute value in Excel.